I am finally here to do the sketchbook tour that I have been telling people on my Instagram all about and just haven't done. So here we go. I found an artist online. Her name is Rin, or Drawing with Waffles. I will link her below. But her work really inspired me. So I wound up copying a lot of the things that she did in here. So I want everybody to go check her out if you can and give her some love because she totally inspired me. But we have the front, and Halloween is my absolute favorite holiday. I don't know if you could tell or not. Hello 2008. But yeah, so that's when I started it. So of course we have some Halloweeny stuff. That was my government name, but I don't really want to go by that on here. I would much prefer that y'all called me J-Rock, so we're gonna go with that. But yeah, so I had this idea of a witch on a broomstick with the purple and green color scheme and this mask, but like a bone mask and like glowing green eyes. So these were all of my attempts to like sketch that out and figure out what I wanted to do. And this wound up being the only one that I really even liked. But it didn't wind up going on the cover because I was still figuring out how to draw on this cover, because this cover is like one of those like faux leather type of situations. So it's interesting to draw on and I'm still learning. So we'll see about that. Here's just some more, another attempt at that. And then I'm not really into mermaids, but like their lines of movement and like the concepts around them can be really cool. So I like halfway attempted some mermaids and it didn't work out. My best friend really wanted me to draw her. So these are like the sketches of what pose I wanted her in and just getting a feel for it. And that says girly, not gassy. I glanced at it for a minute and it totally looked like gassy. And I promise she's not that gassy, even though she's pregnant. Oh, and then my husband and his friends invited me to their D&D campaign, and I got to be a tiefling, and I love tieflings. So this is like the first draft of my character Gunny, and like I still really love this sketch. And my mom had just gotten some alcohol markers, but they were I think they were like Crayola or something like that, like super cheap. Which cheap isn't always bad. You can do a lot of stuff with cheap. But there are some supplies that I personally feel like you're better off spending a little bit of money and getting the quality thing. And alcohol markers so far have definitely been one of those things. So, yeah, there's Gunny the Tiefling, at least first draft of her. This is when I finally got some of the Ohu markers that Rin uses and just fell in love. These are actually them over here. But they're really cool because they have a broad tip and then a brush tip. Oh, come on. So yeah, so you can get into really small places with them with that brush tip. So these have just been a game changer. Like I said, they're Ohu is the brand. And I love them. Please sponsor me, Ohu. But anyway, so I had swatched out a bunch of these colors. And then I got some Copic markers, which are like even better than Ohu. They're the same basic design. But these ones, I will say, are a lot more pigmented, which I enjoy. But like they have pretty much the same range of colors and they both work amazing and I love them both. But Copics are definitely a little more saturated, so although I did get a bunch of pastels, so you can't really see that. Oh, and then yeah, I tried again. It just didn't work. Like I'm gonna work on it some more this Halloween, but it just didn't work. And then my skin tone set of markers, which I love. These are some of the prettiest colors. Like, oh, they're great. I love them. And then, yeah, my Copic ones that I got. This is just some really light poses and things. that I did. And as you can see, alcohol markers do bleed, so if you experiment with them, beware of that. I still like this picture, but I definitely want to redo it because I love this circle and I love this peachy tone in here, but she blends entirely too much into it. So I would really like to try it again, and maybe with like, maybe this character who has darker hair and doing it that way. I don't know. We're going to get into my characters later in the sketchbook, so that's why I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about her, but this is Amara. I don't think I've drawn like a full portrait of her just yet, but that's Amara. Oh, and here she is again. Again, I was playing with this whole concept and I still really like it, but it was not executed very well in this one. So that's going to redo. This was me attempting to do all of my characters in one like spread. And I'm still working on 2 characters in the same space because that is hard stuff for me. Like, I have to really work at it. So yeah, that's just... And then this is the final draft of Miss Gunny. I love this. Like, I don't know if you can see her eyes or not. Oh, come on, focus. Okay, whatever. They're really cool. Maybe I'll post a picture on my Instagram of it. But yeah, I love the way this turned out. The only thing is, over here in the sketches of her, as you can see, she's supposed to have horns because she's a tiefling. And I got so lost in her hair and liking her hair that I forgot to put her horns. So she's supposed to have horns. And then, I love the Plague Doctor design. So again, this was just more Halloween sketching, trying to figure out a fun Plague Doctor design, which I still really like this one, so I may go back and do this one as well. I have like a whole bunch of things in here that I want to go back and redo, and I need to mark them all and then actually do it in the next sketchbook. These were my attempts at self-portraits and like poses and things. Well, except I guess that was a gnome. I was gonna do a gnome and an elf. I don't know, but this I know is an attempt at a self-portrait. Spoiler alert, I am not that fashionable. I don't look that put together. It's, yeah, totally inaccurate. And then another D&D campaign, which was supposed to be like X-Files and Supernatural put together. I did the most cliche thing you can do, which is make the female version of Dean, named Cass. Ha 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 ha. If anybody's seen that show, you'll get it. So yeah, that was... I still like this picture, but like, as a character, I'm kind of over her. More Plague Doctor. Oh, this was... I was experimenting with India ink versus alcohol marker, but like the cheap alcohol markers. So I may go back and do that in like these nice Ohu ones this year, but I definitely love, 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 love the India ink version. And then we were experimenting with lettering. One of my characters that I was trying to just not think about it so much and just draw, because if I think about it too much, I seem to think that everything I draw should be this masterpiece and perfect, and it's not. Experimenting with the Ohus and the grays, because I really like them. Cass. This was Cass's dog, Sammy. Ha 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 ha. And then another one that I want to redo. I titled this one, I think, like The Burnout. And love the concept. But yeah, like, her head is too big. What is with that hair? The ashes look horrible. Like, it just needs redone. So, yet another thing to redo. Another one of Cass. And then this was my husband's character, Billy Ray. I wound up drawing everybody's characters. Which, let's see here. I wonder if I still have... Oh, I do. So that was Billy Ray, his character. And then we had Hector, who was like this robot and was really fun. Simon, which I love this picture. And if he's not planning on using this character for something else, I might have to steal it because I love it. Serenity. Oh, is that? Yeah. And then Sophia. So yeah, I did everybody. And it was a lot of fun. Like, I had so much fun doing these. And I still need to send these to them because I would like for them to have them. And then, oh yeah, and then I was trying to do Sophia and nail her down. I liked the wine red hair, but her owner, the person playing her, didn't really care for it and liked this more natural blonde. And it turned out really, really well. But yeah, so more casts, and then I was working on Sophia, and then finally got the idea to do all of these characters on these, which my husband has one as well for his character that he keeps in his office. So there's that. And then yeah, I loved wine red hair, still do, so I just had to draw somebody in wine red hair. And then this picture that's been in my head for forever, I believe, yeah. Again, another redo. I just don't like it anymore. Like, the expressions were spot on, but like, what is his head and neck doing? Why is his body so tiny? Like, why does she low-key look like a man? Like, no, not a fan. Then just some fun, light sketches. Then yeah, just more lettering. That name is fun to do with the lettering. Oh, and then my friend sent me a picture of a dress on Pinterest, which this was the dress. So I sketched it out, and the challenge was to draw somebody in the dress. I never do backgrounds, so I wound up doing my character, Peregrine / Pidge, they call her Pidge, in the dress, because she seemed like the one who would wear it. And it actually turned out okay. Like, I'm really proud of it. Also, this is not a nipple, I promise. I was trying to figure out if I wanted the flowers to be pink. And when I put it on there like that and swatched it, yeah, no, I did not do that. Tried to draw like me in real life and then an alter ego and just gave up because the whole idea felt stupid for some reason. Friend challenged me to do a pose. I don't know. And then these were some of my characters. I really only like this picture still. Like, I still like this one. These two are garbage, but... And then, yeah, trying to do more couples because I struggle to do two people in the same frame. And what better way to work on that than with couples? So, tried that. These were with some of the creative characters where it's like, what color is your shirt? That dictates their eyes and all that stuff. So I have these two characters on standby for when I get bored. And then yeah, just like a lot of blank space and doodling. Still really like this one. I got coal erase pencils and swatched those out. Just some more loose poses and sketches. And then somebody told me characters were easier if you came up with color palettes for them. And they were totally correct. Like, this has helped so much with my characters. So I highly, highly, highly recommend. And like for me, I just put the name and then each of the colors. And this is like skin tones, hair, lips, makeup, clothes they would wear, like everything you're supposed to put down here. And like the only one I'm really not satisfied with yet is Nadira's. I have to work on hers a little more, but like everybody else's, yes, highly recommend. And I want to do these for all of my characters eventually. This was like the first semi-decent picture I got of this character, Mavi. And then I finally got this one, and I'm still very proud of it. I love the outfit, like her skin tone turned out great. That was exactly what I was thinking, and yeah. And then I really liked this pose, so I tried to work with it, and it just didn't work out. Like, I don't know. Sometimes things work out, and then sometimes they just don't. Just some more doodles. And then, yeah, now we're kind of getting into my characters. So, well, these are just randos, to borrow certain somebody's words. But these are just some randos. I liked their heads, so I kept them. And then we have Benjamin, Bast, and Pidge, who I am really, really proud of. And the camera's not showing it. Let me see if I can get you closer and show you. Oh, there we go. I love her freckles. She has such cute freckles. Like, she's so much fun to draw. I genuinely love drawing her. But yeah, so in my book, the city's set up like this down here, this picture. And so you have the castle up here, and then this is the city. Those 4 lines are like 4 main streets. And then you have somebody who rules over each quadrant, as you can see. And then Nadira rules over all of them. And then above her is Slade, my bad guy, who rules Nadira, all of them, and all of the people under them. Because they're like criminal. Slade is like a criminal overlord sort of situation. And Nadira is like his right-hand man. Well, kind of. He has another right-hand man. The things are kind of weird. I don't want to spoil too much because I genuinely want to write this book. But that's about all you need to know to understand some of these characters and who they are. And then, yeah, I was trying to do them all in one thing, and I still really want to do this, but I don't think I'm going to do it in this sketchbook. I think I will probably go and do it on, like, some Bristol board or something like that. So, yeah. And then here's another... This is not a pose this character would make, and I don't like the lips at all. But, like, everything else I was really proud of, so I stuck it in here. Yeah, somebody at the gym. I liked this sketch, and I'm torn on whether I should color it or not. So again, I just stuck it in here. And then that is Derp the Bat. He's a developing character. Look up a flying fox and tell me they don't look like just complete derps. Just, I dare you. Tell me. Okay, didn't know about this. Noted for later. And then, yeah, so we have Nadira, who is like my main character. She's like, I guess you could call her like Queen of the Bandits if you wanted. And then Mavi and Tegan, who are siblings, they're referred to a lot of times as the twins, even though they're not twins. They just, well, they're supposed to look alike. Let me know how I did on that, if they look anything alike. Although I am planning on redoing these, because, like, what is that? And then Cyrus, who is training Pidge, because they're both healers of sorts. And then Shadow and Ramoth are brothers. Their sister is Pidge. Cressa, these are both Cressa when she's at the castle, when she runs away from the castle. And then, oh, okay, I did do a portrait of her. And Mara. There is Amara. I really like this one still. Okay. These are a little rough. I was just trying to get them down. And then I'm going to go back and redo a lot of them. Beckett, that is Princess Lily's, or Amara's brother. This is Princess Lily's brother, Tristan. I needed a little bit of a, like, no offense to guys who are named this, but I do feel like it can be a little bit of a pompous name. So it worked perfect for him. But yeah, I want to redo him and him really badly because he's got kind of that Rob Lowe look in his eyes, which I did not want at all. So he's going to be redone. I'm actually pretty okay with how Kairos turned out. But we'll see. And I love Talon. She actually turned out really, really, really well. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. The camera doesn't pick up on the shading that's in there when it's far away, because it actually looks really nice in person. And then there's Amelie, who is married to Tristan. And Bailey, one of the other bandits. She is so much fun. I can't wait to redraw her. I was trying to redo Talon and, like, her clothing and stuff, because for whatever reason, she just got stuck in my head, and I really like her as a character. And there she is again. And then This is my main bad guy, Slade. I tried to do a scar right here because his ear got mangled in an accident and it didn't work out. So he's going to require more work. And then this is his actual right hand man, although he treats Nadira way more like that. I don't know what happened with his eyes. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So he's going to be redone for sure. But that was enough to kind of get a basic idea of what he looked like, and that is my sketchbook, at least so far. So yeah, I'm going to finish it here soon, and maybe next time we'll draw a little something. Who knows? Let me know below kind of like what you would like to see. What do you want me to draw? Do you want to see more about the supplies I use, because I have them all right here and can show you the supplies I use? Do you just want to see how I go about drawing something? What do you want to see? Let me know down below, and I'll see you later. Bye.